It is currently 6:40. I woke up at 5:30, and now I'm headed to Wes's place to meet up with him, and then we're gonna start heading to Indiana. So it should be about 10-ish hour drive. Super excited, but also very tired. This is gonna keep us going the whole trip, baby. Chewie, hit the hyperdrive. We're being born. Shoot that piece of junk out of the sky. Country road,
Wild and wonderful.
take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia.
For a small toll of $59.69.
For a small loan of $1 million.
You can cross this toll bridge.
Look at that big old golden thingamabob. Get a good candid passing shot of the Golden Dome.
Need me some Golden Dome.
Weird show.
You get on more for the cameras.
Oh,
Yeah. The only reason they crack a couple of knobs.
oh, they did the
When they're starting, fully
Hi-yo, da-da-da-da, the heart of it all. Cruise control.
Yes.
Yeah. There it is, baby. Wow.
Turn left onto US 35 North.
We made it to the Airbnb. It's a lot more spacious than I actually thought it would be.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Stone.
Stone,
Stone.
to the sweet retreat. So when we arrived, we entered in the Cole School of Iron area, and I was just a kid in a candy shop. It was absolutely cool walking in there. And so then in the other big area, the Winburn Steel fellas had a table set up showing off the different swords and saxes they had made. Derek Melton also had a table, and Andrew Larson also had one with a couple of the tools he'd made and things. I unfortunately did not get a picture or video of that for some reason. So when everybody showed up and the forges were lit, we basically had full range over all of the Cole School of Iron power forging equipment. And that included their new self-contained power hammer design. And luckily me and my buddy Wes kind of got in the area where that was, so we got to use that a lot, as well as the KA-75, which I'm absolutely obsessed with because it's super cool. But there was tons of people doing all sorts of cool projects, making axes, doing team striking, all sorts of awesome things just going on. So even if you didn't want to forge or anything, you could just kind of stand around and watch all the different festive things going on. And the biggest attraction was this stainless split cross that was absolutely massive. Was pretty awesome. And so Corbin, who goes by Coyote Iron Co. on Instagram, approached Derek, and they were like, let's get this thing done. And that was pretty much day one, which was pretty sweet. Day two was demo day. So Derek Melton started out the day with a super awesome demo on using an induction forge and efficient forging. And then after him was the Winburn Steel fellas. They demonstrated a multi-bar Viking sword, which was pretty sweet. And if you're interested in more of this, I actually went up to Virginia and we made a multi-bar sax together, and I have a video of that on my YouTube, so go check that out, because there's a lot of the information on this kind of whole process that they were doing here. Then after them was Andrew Larson, who demonstrated a hammer making demo using a striker. This is a very traditional method, and it was pretty sweet. He had it down to a science, to like the number of hits it would take to forge a completely finished hammer, and that was pretty cool. And then when he was done with his hammer demo, he switched over to the KA-75 and the self-contained power hammer and did a quick tong demo that was also really cool. Last but not least was Will Stelter, and so he demonstrated his kind of iconic big monster choppers that are all integral out of one piece. Kind of showed his whole process, a couple cool tips and tricks about forging the tip of a blade. And yeah, this was just really cool to see how he manipulated the metal and created a big, awesome chopper. Just made it back home after the long trip, but we had a lot of fun. Met a lot of awesome makers, and I say makers because there was multiple people there at the event that did all sorts of different crafts, and it was really cool picking their brains about things and talking shop and bouncing ideas off of each other, as well as just learning from the people doing the demos. The Windburns, Andrew, Will, Derek, all their demos were phenomenal. Just sitting and gleaning information from that was just worth the trip by itself. But also just the open forging day, I felt like I learned a lot. Got to use some of Cole's equipment. Fell in love with the KA75. The thing was, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just so cool for some reason. And yeah, Cole Iron lives up to the hype, and it was an awesome experience. If you didn't make it to the last one, you're in luck because it's happening again this year, 2024. It's December 6th and 7th, so that's like a month away, so you got plenty of time to plan to head up there. There's going to be a lot of awesome demonstrators: Seth Lopez, Brett Onick, Jason Knight, Riley Kirkpatrick, a whole bunch of awesome smiths. And there's one more thing. They are letting me sell my Black Booger Gang t-shirts that I hand drew and designed, made 3D printed blocks, block printed it on there. Super comfy tees, and hope you guys grab one while you're there. See ya.